Hello and welcome to the cryptocurrency news channel. Got some news. States are shutting down. You know what that means? Economic ownage, or there's going to be economic turmoil. Pretty sure there's going to be some dips in the stock market, maybe a big dip. Not really sure. It depends how much they actually print. But I've just seen on the news that New Mexico and Oregon, at least, are going to shut down. And I think many West Coast states and probably East Coast states are going to follow. For those of you that don't know, the vast majority of the United States economic generation comes from the two coasts. There are obviously economic centers in the center of the country, but the large amount actually comes from places like California, New York, and the coastal places. That's where like the centers of commerce, the centers of finance are. If those places shut down, the United States is going to be hurting. And with skyrocketing coronavirus cases at this point, the governors of those in each individual states are going to start mandating shutdowns. At least that's what I've heard on Fox News. So the thing is, it doesn't really matter if Biden is president or not. I'm gonna assume he is, but like it doesn't really matter if he's president or not because these decisions are being made at the state level and not at the federal level at the moment. We know that Trump isn't really going to mandate any shutdowns, but the individual state governors can actually have restrictions, and more or less the individual local governors. So the thing is, like they're actually mandating these shutdowns. We know there's going to be state shutdowns and that's going to impact the economy. So let's actually talk about how cryptocurrency will actually kind of react in this economy and how you can possibly make some money in trading, because I do believe there's opportunity here. Let's actually reverse the time back to March. Remember when the first wave hit, we had a couple of days of like straight drop and then basically like kind of tapered in there for a while and then came back up. And then it never really dropped to that level again. In the second wave, I believe you can sort of see that again. I don't really exactly know how far the stock market will drop this time or how much they'll actually print money to actually pump it this time. It's hard to say, but I can say that the stock market right now is very, very much overvalued because there's no reason with the unemployment that we have now and with several businesses still like partly shut down that the stock market should be higher than before Corona. That makes like actually zero logical sense. It's only there because they've pumped trillions of dollars. And they could keep pumping, obviously, and they will. But like more shocks in the system and a second shutdown with record high coronavirus cases, I think we're approaching like 1,000 deaths a day again. And that's just going to cause like more, whether you think it's right or wrong, I'm not going to debate you on that. That's going to cause more shutdowns and more economic fallout. So I do think like maybe in a few weeks, maybe during the transition or something, when things are kind of like iffy because, you know, the transition is really not really going smoothly right now. Maybe during that time, like there'll be some problem with a money printer or whatever, or they can't really determine how much they're going to print or whatever. And, you know, stock markets actually drop because of loss of consumer confidence. Now, when the stock markets initially drop, if it drops like several days in a row, I do think like you'll kind of have a warning before the crypto drops. And I would actually have some money ready in USDC when you see the stock market drop several days in a row, because I think crypto, there'll be a kind of like a gut reaction where they're both assets and people won't have as much money to buy investable assets, where crypto will actually drop to. It could drop to 10,000 or lower. You don't really know. I mean, my best guess is you should probably DCA in at every point, every like 1,000 or two probably at that point while you have your money ready. And if it suddenly all of a sudden crashes to like $5,000, that's probably when you should probably go all in with the rest of the money. And the altcoins is kind of different, because like altcoins haven't risen that much with Bitcoin. So if I see altcoins half their price right now, I'd probably go all in. I'd probably go in on the altcoins because that's going to be even lower than the almost like the 3,000 point we were at the beginning of the year. I do think that there is a chance, because altcoins are actually bleeding into Bitcoin and the economy could drop, that altcoins would actually hit a yearly low. Once they breach that yearly low, that's when I'm going to jump in with my USDC and just like buy it out, because essentially like I think that time will only last for a couple of hours, at most a few days, because I do believe cryptocurrency will actually, if it happens, I do believe crypto will actually recover far faster than the actual economy. People are going to realize, hey, who cares if it's shut down? Crypto's online anyway, so no one really cares. And realistically, let's be realistic, like price movements aren't actually determined by utility or like these industry movements. It's determined by speculation and FOMO right now. And the virus really, I don't think will affect that too much for crypto. So you got to take that opportunity of a couple of hours, a couple of days to have your USDC ready to actually buy all your crypto. Or like if you see like, if you don't have any USDC, maybe like DCA a bit out once you see the stock market come down for several days in a row. Or like over a week, if we lose like 3,000 points or something, like say we lose like, we have like 3 days of losing 2,000 points and then 1 day of rising, 2 days of rising a couple hundred points. If you see those massive losses, I do think you have to brace for a crypto drop as well. And you want to brace for that because you want money to actually pour into the coins that are going to be coming down in price. Now, that's not to say that the coins aren't going to be okay. I think the market's going to be fine. I think it'll actually recover very fast, but that's just your opportunity to buy more coins that you. So that's my opinion on everything. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.